Welcome to Kamisha Reviews. We are talking about selling sunsets. I think I'm going to go through the episodes 1 through 5. Y'all haven't really seen me on the internet because, for one, I was working. For one, I was binging this, and I wanted to take my time and talk about this with you guys, okay? I have my mentees, but they are growing, and they're doing their thing. So, me, myself, I have to get into this show my way by binging it, which is what I do. Okay. I'm busy. Y'all know that. I work. Okay. I also have my program. I also have people I support. So my plate is pretty much full, but it's a good full. It's a good thing, positive. Okay. But let's go ahead and get into selling sunset. Now, I do want to say that this season 5, really is, I want to say they're trying to, if you look at Selling Tampa is a woman who is running her own business with other women, boss women, running it with her, right? Selling Sunset, when everything came out, when everyone started talking about the comparison between Selling Sunset and Selling Tampa. If you think about it, Selling Tampa is a women-driven situation. Selling Sunset is two men, two brothers, who are running this company, and nothing is wrong with it, but the people on the forefront are hot, attractive women, smart women, which I think was a great idea. But I think that the guys are seeing, and I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but the guys are seeing how everyone is speaking about Tampa and the ladies running it. This is why I think some changes happen. I'm not saying it's the only reason why these changes happen. I'm pretty sure it was a factor. Anyway, let's get into it. The first episode, we're talking about what we're seeing. They're on the trip. I think it's Mary, it's birthday, Chriselle. And they're all on this big old trip, and they have this Greek dinner. It's all fancy, beautiful. And I'm going to probably do this a whole lot. But let me say something. The one thing that I enjoy by watching Selling Sunset and things of that nature is the pools. Let me tell you something. Every time I watch it, I love it. I want a pool. I want a big one. Man, them infinity pools be getting me, baby. I be like, oh my God. Even though I get a little scared because, if you have too much to drink and you're on the edge, it's like, ah! That's the only thing. That's the only thing. Okay. Anyway, we're also talking about meeting Chelsea for the first time. Christine's at this house, this beautiful home. All these homes are beautiful, mind you. They're all in the millions. She meets Chelsea. Chelsea is this British black woman, okay, that has done this herself. But I'm assuming she took a break. I'm assuming she took a break because of her babies. She got married and all these things. Okay. Amanza. This is no shade to Amanza, but Lord Jesus, is she black? I'm only asking for a friend. I get so confused every time I see her. And I know that we should not make a big deal. I got to identify black, white, whatever. I'm asking because I'm black, and this is the thing for us. If you're a person of color, then you understand. If you see somebody, I'm also from Louisiana, so Creole and all that, they always have, a certain look. Okay? I'm just saying, please tell me, is she black? No shade if she's not. Now, she said something about the Greek. So I was like, okay, she said she came to Blanca because it's Greek. Is she Greek? So that's what I was a little confused about as well. Okay. So the big thing is that Jason and Chriselle are in love. They realized They became best friends, and then became more than best friends. I don't know. I actually watching it thought, this is actually a different dynamic. It's actually cute. It's going to cause problems because they work in the same office. But life is messy. No big deal to me. Of course, they're talking about the dinner, and they're talking about everything that's going on. They are saying stuff like, well, Christina did send allegedly a nice text message. Um, Congratulating, but of course, Chriselle's not going to look at it as anything nice at all, especially of the history that they've had a really bad history. And no one trusts Christina. Everybody thinks Christina's evil. It's like no matter what Christina does, they see her as she's messy. She's gonna come through, blonde, beautiful. They just don't like her. It's so funny to me though, the dynamics of the office and the ladies, how they treat Christina now. And you look at last season, and you look at the season first when Chriselle first got there, how people was kind of like, But Christina, everyone followed Christina's lead. Let's be clear. If we was to go back in time, and I'd be feeling like sometimes she needs to. I'm not talking about Chriselle. Go watch the episode when you first came in and how the ladies acted at first. But I'll move on. Jason says he's in love. I think that it's really sweet. It seems like he genuinely has feelings for her. Okay? Which makes a lot of things in this season actually really sad. Let's talk about Emma. Emma is a boss, baby. She knows her numbers. She's so smart. She gets this. I call it my notes. I say meet Emma's $9 million house. This house is beautiful. Again, this pool, this infinity pool. Of course, she walks to this infinity pool in the edit this picture. I said, girl, you better stop. Even though it's gorgeous, you better stop. Vanessa. And this is going to sound really mean. I don't understand why she's there. I don't see the purpose of her being there. I have not seen her making no coins or bringing in coins or doing anything I just don't get it. Now, I get they're training her, even though I don't see much of that as well. But maybe that's why the two go hand in hand. Don't see much training, but I don't know if at this point, if they want you to be trained already. I'm not sure how this type of business goes. That's just my opinion. But Nick does want Vanessa to come with him. They're a couple. They're dating. They're in love. I think it's just another way for the character to leave the show because I just don't understand why she's there, and I'm sorry. One thing I'll talk about the scene when they were sitting there after they all partied, Mary and Chriselle's birthday. Mary did not show up because she's fighting with Romaine a little bit. Anyway, Romaine, Amanda, they're all sitting there talking. Jason, just talking about couples and all that kind of thing. Brett goes off. Y'all talking about relationships. We're sitting right here. He means him and his girlfriend. They didn't mention him. And Brett just yells, drop it to Amanda. I'll be like, first of all, you are not going to tell me to drop it like that. Who are you? Romaine was like, won't you interact and cool off? And Brett says, F off. I was like, ugh. At the very end of this episode, Christine says, the reason why I'm not getting listings is because I'm not effing the boss. Woo! So I see where this is going to go. So like I've seen you guys before, Jason and his brother Brett, they have this new OC office. And of course they need management to run their other office so that they won't be on camera as much. And of course, it's Mary. It's like, look, if you sleep with the brothers, you get. No, I'm just joking. I'm not gonna put that out there. But Mary, when I first started watching it, I didn't even think of Mary sleeping with Jason or anything, having to be a boyfriend. I looked at Mary like she's getting the deal, she's getting the numbers. So her being a manager to me is perfect. She's top notch. So if anyone hates on it, they're stupid because she earned that. He did say that at Heather's engagement party is where, well, she said it actually. Chriselle said it. Heather's engagement party is when he approached her about them and saying he had feelings for her. But Amanda kind of calls Jason out there for the streets before he decides to settle down on Chriselle, allegedly. Jason does sit down with Christine and ask if she's ready to come back. Remember, she had a baby, got married, took some time off, been doing real estate from home. So, speaking of Christine, like I was saying, you guys, she does meet Chelsea, and she invites her to the meeting with her and Jason for him to meet her, see what she sees. He's like, look, I just added 2 new people to the firm, but show me something. Bring me something. Maybe we can talk about it. She's like, look, you don't remember me? He's like, no. She's like, how many Black British people do you know? I was like, girl, what too much? How many beautiful Black British women? I was like, okay, stop, please. So she says she met her husband through Tinder. She says that at least 50 times in the episode, but I understand. They've been together. They look very happy. They have beautiful children. I met my husband through Tinder. Now, I did see allegedly on the internet that people are talking about her voice, her accent. Is it real? Now, would you guys ask that question if Chelsea was white? If Chelsea was white, would you ask would her accent real? Is it because she's Black and British? Because there's lots of Black women, Black people who are British. I didn't understand the questioning on the internet. Y'all be doing too much on the internet. Y'all be doing way too much in Beyonce's internet. Anyway, she lives in Manhattan Beach, and she thinks she could bring more business his way from that area. So I don't think, okay, well, Mary and Christina and all these people have not talked to Christine in over a year. And even at one point in time, they said that Christine said that Chriselle was having an affair with Jason while she was even married. So now Mary's a managing partner. Maya is pregnant and is also, look, y'all, between the pregnancies and the marriages and the changes, this whole entire season has too many changes. Of course, Maya is going through changes herself, going back and forth to her family in here. Let's talk about fine Micah. Emma has this beautiful house, and Micah, I don't know if he's a developer, but he is fine, and they already hitting it off. She's so smart. She has her own empanada business. He has a wine business. She was like, next time we're gonna, show this house. Let's have empanadas and have the wine. Davina is mad at Christine because Amanda has this little meeting with Christine, and she tells her a lot of tea. One of the things she told her was that Davina said, or Christine's about Davina, that she cannot be a part of, she wants to be part of a group so bad that she's shutting Christine out. I was like, okay. So you guys know Heather has a bachelorette party or whatever. One of the biggest things that they were talking about there, I mean, it was beautiful and lingerie and all these things, is when they go outside, there's a big surprise out there, and there's this big old roses display that took up the whole parking lot. Okay, let me say this. I get why they say, why did she do that? Why did she just send some flowers? to take attention off of the engagement party, and put it on her. I mean, I don't know. It's a possibility. I get why it was irritating to go outside and take away from the party to go see this big old flower arrangements. It literally was a heart shape of roses and a bunch of other stuff. I don't get it, because that's your friend. I mean, I'm not saying that she's horrible for sending it, but girl, why? What's the purpose of doing that? Either you trying to show out, second the biggest gift, or show out when somebody say, "Ooh, talk about me, I didn't show up." Because the thing about it, if you think about it, she talked about her and Tariq really bad in the papers last season. She did. Let's be clear. Christine made comments saying he had good taste in the women. To my Jason. When they all got together, the ladies, when they got to the office, Christine first got there. And then he told Emma, you got to leave out of her seat. They all have meetings talking about what they're doing, what's going on. Christine over there reading messages. Okay, oh, this girl's a trip. I mean, she is a trip. Okay, Emma had a pitch that she did to Jason and Mary, and I was impressed with her again. The way she started to develop by changing up the house, by moving the kitchen, and all these things, and renovating the pool. I just felt like it was very, very smart. Just the way she did her pitch. And the biggest thing about the pool, there's talking about be more money to renovate a pool, which I understand that. Which, honestly, if you're selling a house and you do things to it, the value goes up. So the more thing they do to it, the more money they can ask for it. So it's these women are very smart, and I love it about this show. They're very, very smart. Let's talk about and I call the Christine and Chelsea party child. And I say that because you got the 2 C's and gold balloons sitting up there, and they even have the ice. I said, Lord Jesus, what they doing? What are they doing? You done got a whole ice chest for CC. Even though my birthday coming up, I was thinking to myself, I want that ice. What do you do with all that ice? Amanda and Christine blows up at this party. Amanda, girl, you messy. I'm sorry. You're messy. Okay? First of all, you message Christine to say, what the F is this? Why are you messaging her things about things that had nothing to do with you? The message shows, I guess, U.S. people or whoever said that she was not invited to the wedding, Heather's wedding. And pretty much Christine said, Amanda, stay the F out of my business. I have to agree with Christine. Amanda, why are you all up in the Kool-Aid? Then you wait until you see they're having a party, because this whole time, Amanda has been Team Christine, because they remember last year they had a little blow up and they made up and been cool since then. Now, because everyone is against her, you're feeling left out. Let me find a reason to go against Christine so that I'm a part of the bunch again. I mean, you're still part of the bunch, but now you'll be a collective. We all hate Christine. Girl, stop it. And as they all start jumping in and saying their comments, of course, Christine starts to cry. Now, I understood where Tracy was coming from. I'm sitting here, I'm seeing 4 or 5 women going off on Christine. I don't know, you got a can of paint, but it looks like bullying. From somebody who doesn't know them, I understood her point of view, because that is the way it looked. But the other girls were like, no, it's not bullying. You know the history. She's done so much crap to all of us. She's done Chriselle wrong, yada, yada, yada. Look, all of that could be true. But if I'm meeting her for the first time and I see 4 or 5 ladies going at her, da, 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 what I'm going to say? Oh, I don't know the history. And I get it, because you don't know the history. But what you going by visual, you look like you're bullying on top of her. Like, why are you all having to say your piece? She got into it with Amanda. That was Amanda and her conversation. Why are you jumping in? It doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. I was only gonna do episodes 1 through 5. I think this is episode 5. Or episode 4. This last episode 4 is bad. Don't cry. Because she does end up crying anyway. And she's like, girl, don't cry. So this is the episode. We did recap episode 1 through 4. 20 minutes, not bad. So I'm going to give you the other recap of the other half. And then we also have the reunion coming up as well. I believe it's April. Wait a minute. Oh, wow. It's actually May the 6th for the reunion. Yeah, it's May the 6th for the reunion. So, okay, I'll go over 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10. And then we'll talk about the upcoming reunion, which is May the 6th. That seems forever away. But everything, I had a lot going on. And they dropped the new season, and the reunion is like really far away. I wonder why. Interesting. All right, guys. I'll come back with part 2. We'll be talking about Selling Sunsets. And I still got to do a recap on Candy. But I wanted to get this done because I watched it for 3 days. Or 2 days, really. And I wanted to talk about the new cast member, Chelsea. Okay? Okay, guys. I'll be back next time. Sorry, my accent's horrible. Let me not even try. All right, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as I tell you.